Walmart is the world's third largest corporation. It has about 10,000 stores and in several countries, with employees numbering an estimated 2.2 million worldwide. Walmart strives to make low prices for their customers, resulting in a successful business. Walmart is also affiliated with Sam's Club, which is also a successful company that contributes to Walmart's overall sales. Samuel Moore Walton was born in Kingfisher, Oklahoma, on March 29, 1913. Mr. Walton passed away April 5, 1992. He was raised on a farm, and later he went to college at the University of Missouri. There, he majored in economics. He became very active on his school campus, being president in many different organizations. While Sam Walton was still a student, he worked many jobs in order to survive throughout his college career. After he graduated, he worked for J.C. Penney, and soon after he resigned, Samuel Walton joined the military in the U.S. Army Intelligence Corps. Later on, he worked with his brother, who owned 15 Ben Franklin stores. Once his frustration with management became at a high, he resigned and began his own empire in 1962, which later became known as Wal-Mart. Something that stood out about Samuel Walton was that he was cheap, and he really valued a dollar, which is why he had the concept of low prices for Walmart. The driving force that makes Walmart the leading business in sales is Samuel Walton's idea that low prices and great service build success. Although many businesses doubted this notion because they felt that they would not make as much income and revenue, Sam's idea became a great success. Walton knew that convenience was a necessity for people, and it made sense to him for his stores to be around highways and other areas that made it easier for customers to drive to. Mr. Walton executed money-saving ideas to the company that allowed it to strive as successful as it is today. Sam Walton also created Sam's Club, which reached small business owners who bought large amounts of items. Since Walmart had a grasp of lowering costs and saving money, Mr. Walton decided to expand this idea into a warehouse store. Sam's Club was also available for the people who did not shop at Walmart. As Samuel Walton took advantage of the supply chain of Walmart, the stores together served almost all of the market shoppers, resulting in more revenue for Sam Walton's companies. Sam's Club also became a large supply chain. Now, there are about 600 Sam Clubs that bring in an estimated 18% of Walmart's total revenue. While Sam Walton's companies were successful, he was one of the richest men in the 1980s. He still went to the same barber that charged $5. He never tipped his barber. Also, he drove the same old truck he had before he was rich. Samuel Walton knew that he wanted to lower prices for himself, and that overflowed into his business. Samuel Walton is a great example of saving money even when you are the richest man in America. This has led him to one of the successful businesses in America. Samuel Walton did not stop at making things cheap for the customers, but he was even cheap with his employees. He did not want to spend more money than he had to for payroll and other entities. For instance, when the employees had to go out of town for business trips, they would fly coach and they would share hotel rooms. Also, when there was a coffee in the break room, All employees had to pay 10 cents and put it in the jar. Being cheap and saving money was a lifestyle for Mr. Walton, and it also paid off in the long run. He tried as much as he could to avoid union workers because he knew that they were more expensive than what he was willing to pay for. Mr. Walton hired as little employees as possible to cut costs of payroll. While Mr. Walton wanted to save money, he also wanted his employees to save money and make a profit by introducing them to a profit-sharing plan that allowed his employees to put a percentage of their wages towards the purchase of subsidized Wal-Mart stock. This allowed the employees to make even more money while working there. If they stayed there long enough, they had an opportunity to get a lot of money with Wal-Mart stock. Some people made over $700,000 while working there. This profit-sharing plan continues even today with the subsidized Wal-Mart stocks. He cared about the employees enough to come up with a system for them to be a part of sharing the profit Wal-Mart was receiving. Mr. Walton left a legacy of leadership, integrity, and wisdom after he passed away. Wal-Mart continues to adhere to the concept that low prices drives customers to their company. His impact of Wal-Mart and Sam's Club allows their sales to increase because Samuel Walton knew the value of $1.